Close your eyes for a moment and listen carefully. What if I told you that everything you have ever desired is not outside of you, but waiting silently within you? What if the life you dream about, the money, the freedom, the love, the power, is already yours, but you have been looking in the wrong direction your entire life? You see, the problem is not that you cannot manifest. The problem is that your mind has never been activated. And today, I will begin that activation, not with force, not with effort, but with something far more dangerous: awareness. Because once you see this truth, you cannot unsee it, and your life will never be the same again. You wake up every day with thoughts you didn't choose: doubt, fear, worry. You scroll, you compare, you feel behind, you try to stay positive, but something always pulls you back. It feels like you are fighting an invisible force, and no matter how hard you try, things don't fully change. You set goals, you visualize, you even believe for a moment, but then reality hits, and it feels like life is happening to you instead of for you. Tell me, how many times have you said, "Why is this not working for me?" How many times have you felt like others are lucky while you are stuck? How many times have you questioned yourself, your worth, your ability? Listen carefully. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are not missing anything. You have simply been taught to use your mind in reverse. And until you understand this, you will keep creating the same life over and over again. Everything begins in the unseen, not in action, not in effort, but in imagination. Your imagination is not just fantasy. It is not just daydreaming. It is the workshop of reality. Every single thing you see in your world right now was once an idea, a thought, a feeling. Someone imagined it, believed it, and then it appeared. But here is the truth that most people will never accept. Your imagination is not just creating. It is creating facts. Right now, in this very moment, every thought you repeat, every feeling you entertain, every assumption you accept as true is shaping your world. Not later, not someday, now. Let me ask you something. When you think about your life, what do you feel? Be honest. Do you feel powerful? Or do you feel limited? Do you feel certain? Or do you feel unsure? Because that feeling is the blueprint, not your actions, not your plans. That feeling. You can take all the right steps, say all the right words, do everything perfectly. But if deep inside you feel it's not working, then that is what will manifest. Because your world does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you assume is true. And this is where everything changes. Because you have been trying to change your life from the outside. When in reality, life only changes from within. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is simply what you consistently feel yourself to be. You see, there are two versions of you. The one you see in the mirror, and the one you feel yourself to be in your mind. And the second one is the real creator. If you feel poor, even with money in your hand, you will lose it. If you feel unloved, even with people around you, you will feel alone. If you feel unworthy, even with opportunities, you will sabotage them. Because the outer world has no choice but to mirror your inner state. It must reflect you. It cannot do anything else. Now listen carefully. This is where the activation begins. Right now, your mind is running on autopilot. Thoughts are repeating. Beliefs are looping. Old stories are playing again and again. And you are identifying with them without question. But what if you are not your thoughts? What if you are the one observing them? What if you can choose which thoughts to accept and which to reject? This is the moment where most people stop, because it sounds simple, but it requires something they have never practiced: control. Not control of the world, control of the self. Imagine this. You are sitting in a theater. On the screen, your life is playing. Every scene, every struggle, every limitation. Now tell me, are you the character on the screen, or are you the one watching? Because if you are the one watching, then you can change the film at any moment. This is not theory. This is law. A law as real as gravity. The law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true becomes your reality. Not because of magic, but because your mind aligns everything to match that assumption. It filters, it selects, it creates, silently, powerfully, consistently. Let me show you something deeper. Have you ever noticed that when you expect something bad to happen, it usually does? And when you feel confident, things somehow work out. That is not coincidence. That is creation. Unconscious creation. You have been manifesting your entire life, but without awareness. And that is why it feels random. But it is not random. It is precise. It is exact. It is responding to you every second. Now imagine what happens when you become conscious of this process. When you stop reacting and start choosing. When you stop doubting and start assuming. When you stop waiting and start knowing. That is when your mind activates. That is when reality begins to bend. That is when things that once felt impossible start to feel inevitable. But here is the part that most people are not ready to hear. You cannot fake this. You cannot pretend for 5 minutes and expect your life to transform. This requires a shift in identity, a complete shift. You must become the version of yourself who already has what you desire. Not act like it, become it, feel it, live it internally before it ever appears externally. And I know what you're thinking. How can I feel something that isn't real yet? That question is the reason you are still stuck, because you believe reality comes first and feeling comes after. But it's the opposite. Feeling creates reality, not the other way around. Close your eyes again just for a second. Imagine the life you want. See it clearly. Feel it. Not as something far away, but as something happening now. How does it feel? Freedom, peace, confidence? Hold that feeling right there. That feeling is more real than anything around you, because that feeling is the cause. Everything else is just the effect. Most people let their environment control their feelings, but you must learn to let your feelings control your environment. This is the reversal. This is the shift. This is the activation. Because once you master this, you no longer wait for opportunities. You create them. You no longer hope for change. You become it. You no longer chase anything. Everything begins to move toward you. But there is still one thing, one hidden barrier that keeps most people from fully activating their mind. A silent block, a deep resistance, something so subtle that you may not even realize it's there. And until you see it, you will continue to experience delays, struggles, and confusion. It hides in your past. It disguises itself as logic. It whispers doubts in a voice that sounds like your own. And it controls your assumptions without your permission. In the next part, I will reveal exactly what this hidden barrier is and how to remove it completely. Because once you do, there will be nothing left stopping you. Not fear, not doubt, not even time itself. And that is where your true power begins. And now we continue. That hidden barrier, it is not the world. It is not people. It is not your circumstances. It is something far more intimate. It is the story you have accepted about yourself. A story repeated so many times that it feels like truth. I am not ready. I am not good enough. It's too late for me. This is just how life is. You may not say these words out loud, but you feel them. And that feeling is shaping everything. You see, your mind does not argue with you. It agrees. Whatever you impress upon it, it accepts. Whatever you repeat with feeling, it becomes. So if you walk through life carrying a quiet belief that you are limited, your mind will rearrange reality to prove you right. Not to hurt you, but to remain faithful to you. Because your mind has only one purpose, to reflect what you believe to be true. Now listen closely. This is the moment everything shifts. You are not here to fight your mind. You are here to retrain it, gently, deliberately, persistently. You are here to give it a new story, a new identity, a new truth. And once that new truth is accepted, reality will have no choice but to follow. Imagine a seed. If you plant a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust, you water it, you allow it. But with your desires, you do the opposite. You imagine something beautiful and then immediately question it, doubt it, fear it won't happen. You plant the seed and then destroy it again and again, and then you wonder why nothing grows. Your imagination is the soil. Your assumption is the seed. Your feeling is the water. If the feeling is consistent, growth is inevitable. Not possible, not probable, inevitable. Now let me take you deeper. There is a version of you, right now, who already has everything you desire. Not in the future, not far away, now. This version of you thinks differently, feels differently, moves differently. They do not hope, they know. They do not chase, they embody. They do not question if it will happen, because for them, it already has. And here is the truth that will change everything. You do not become that version of yourself by effort. You become them by assumption, by stepping into that identity internally, by wearing it like a garment of consciousness. Close your eyes again. I want you to feel this, not think, feel. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your desire is already fulfilled completely, naturally, effortlessly. What is the first thing you feel? Relief? Peace? Confidence? Hold on to that. Do not let it go, because that feeling is the gateway. Now here is the technique, simple but powerful. Before you sleep tonight, when your body is relaxed, when your mind is quiet, you will enter a state where imagination becomes more real than the world around you. In that state, you will create a scene, a short scene, something that implies your desire is already fulfilled. Not the process, not the journey, the end, always the end. Perhaps it is someone congratulating you. Perhaps it is you holding something you once desired. Perhaps it is a moment of quiet satisfaction where you simply know it is done. Make it vivid, make it real, but most importantly, make it natural. Do not force emotion, allow it. Let the feeling arise on its own, and then repeat that scene again until it feels familiar, until it feels normal, until it feels like a memory instead of imagination. Because once it feels natural, your mind accepts it as truth. And once your mind accepts it as truth, reality begins to reorganize itself, quietly, effortlessly, behind the scenes. You will not see it immediately. And that is where most people fail. They look for signs. They search for proof. They question the process. And in doing so, they return to the old state. But you must remain faithful, not to the outside world, but to the inner one. Because the inner world is the cause. The outer world is only the echo. Let me tell you something important. Time is not your enemy. Time is simply the bridge between assumption and manifestation. And the stronger your assumption, the shorter that bridge becomes. So stop asking when and start knowing it is. There will be moments when doubt tries to return, when your old identity whispers again, when your senses tell you nothing has changed. In those moments, you must remember, your senses do not create reality. They report it, and they always report the past. So if you rely on what you see, you will remain stuck in what has already been. But if you rely on what you feel internally, you step into what is being created now. This is the transformation. This is the awakening. The moment you realize you are not a victim of life, you are the author. The moment you stop reacting and start directing. The moment you understand that imagination is not escape, it is creation. And as you practice this, something subtle begins to happen. Your reactions change, your confidence grows, your energy shifts. You begin to move differently, speak differently, think differently. Not because you are forcing it, but because you are becoming someone new, someone aligned, someone certain, someone powerful. And then, without warning, reality begins to reflect it. Small changes at first, unexpected opportunities, conversations that feel aligned, moments that feel almost too perfect. And you will realize this is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is the outer world catching up to your inner decision. But remember, do not chase the evidence. Do not depend on it. Because the moment you do, you return to waiting. And you are not here to wait. You are here to become. There is a quiet power in knowing, a calm certainty, a deep inner peace. When you truly assume your desire is fulfilled, you no longer feel desperate. You no longer feel anxious. You feel complete. And from that completeness, everything flows. So tonight, when you close your eyes, do not beg, do not wish, do not hope. No, feel it is done. Rest in it. Trust it. Because the moment you accept it internally, it is already yours. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look around at your life and realize something extraordinary. Everything you once imagined is now your reality. And it will feel so natural, so obvious, that you will wonder how you ever lived any other. Pray! You are not learning how to manifest. You are remembering that you always have. And now, you are doing it consciously, deliberately, powerfully. So stand firm in your assumption. Guard your inner world. Choose your thoughts with intention. Feel your desired reality as present. And let life respond, because it will. It always does. Your mind is now awake. Do not let it fall asleep again.